If you go on my Steam account, you'll see that my second most played game is Dead by Daylight. Play this game with friends sometimes. That's pretty much it. But I don't know a lot about the like game mechanics or whatever. And usually when people do tier lists of these monsters in the game, they tend to focus a lot on the mechanics, or how cool, like how the character kind of moves around or kills or whatever. But that's not what we're doing today. What we're doing is basing it off how cool they look. This is mostly because I don't have the game. This is mostly because I'm never really the killer, because I suck at being killer. So I don't really know how the game mechanics on these killers work too much to where like I know this character from that character when it comes to the mechanics. So we're just gonna base it off of aura. We're gonna base it off of how cool they look. Starting with this woman right here. She's got a long neck, a red long neck. She looks like the girl from The Ring with her hair kind of back. She doesn't look bad, honestly. I like this design. It's pretty cool. I don't think it's like, amazing, but it does look cool. I'd give it like a B tier. Next, we got this guy. Now, right off the bat, the aura with like, if you have a trench coat on, you're automatically like 10, like 100 plus aura. And not only does this guy have a trench coat on, he's not even a guy. He's a bird. We're putting him in S tier. That's amazing. Leatherface. Now, if you're a serial killer that wears someone else's face, then you're pretty crazy. I kind of like that design, so we're gonna put this guy in A tier. I think like below B tier. If you're a villain and your mask is someone else's face, that's kind of crazy, and I kind of admire that, honestly. Like, that means that you know something. I don't know. Hellraiser. Now, I've always thought this guy kind of looks a little goofy. Like, he's got the pins in his freaking face or whatever. So we're gonna put him in C tier. It's not bad, just not my favorite. Next, we got this guy. He's a fat clown. I know fat people can have aura, but this guy he doesn't have aura. He looks like a fat Joker. I'm sorry, buddy, but you gotta go in D tier. Okay, this guy, he's got that freaking cowboy, zombie look. That's fire right there. That is S plus right there. I always thought the Demogorgon looked kind of crazy. Just his face. He doesn't even, it's not really even a face. It's like a giant mouth that looks like something else. Yeah, I'm not too crazy about the face, but I do like the design. So I don't know if that makes any sense. We're putting him in B tier though. This guy, he looks like he served his time as a karate person. I think he's average. I think he's like above like Hellraiser. I'm not too sure what this guy looks like. We're gonna put him in at like C tier. Now this guy with the traffic cone head. If there was any, I feel like this guy kind of pulls it off. This guy pulls the traffic cone head off. I feel like if this was anyone else, it'd be kind of goofy, but like just his body connected to the thing is kind of cool. So this is like some high like B tier right here. Ghostface. I've always thought this design was badass. This is an A tier. Chucky, I feel like has an unfortunate design. I get like the movie's supposed to be about a killer doll, but like, and compared to everyone else here, it's just kind of like like you can kick him around and whatever. That's how I perceive him. Like a C tier. This guy, I don't even know what this guy looks like. Is that teeth? I'm just gonna give it a C tier. Yeah. Actually, no. I kind of like it though. I'll give it an A tier. Nah, B tier. Now this guy kind of just looks like a ripoff of Leatherface. Try something else, bro. You don't need a freaking like chainsaw, bro. Now, this rabbit. Yeah, he's A tier. He's A tier for sure. This guy is trying to have aura, but he just doesn't. So he's a D tier. This guy, he doesn't even have anything on, but he looks awesome as heck. He looks like he's from the Terminator, honestly. This guy, he looks like kind of looks like an undead Kratos, which I think is pretty cool. I'm gonna give this like a B tier, like right here. Now, I don't know if this is a hot take. I've always thought that this design of Freddy Krueger was freaking badass. Though not as iconic as the original, obviously, but he's got the aura. He's got the aura. This guy's just bandaged up. I guess I'll put that like higher C tier. It looks like someone's anus. Was that the devil? I think he's like a solid A tier. That's pretty cool. The ring, I've always thought the ring was kind of like kind of indifferent about it. Pig from Jigsaw, always thought this was like raw as heck, bro. What the heck? I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's got some personality. I think that's like a solid C tier. Actually, you know what? I think I'm putting these guys down here. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Michael Myers. Michael Myers has always had that. He's always had that sauce. I think like Michael Myers has one of the best killer designs ever in like horror movies ever. Kind of looks like Star-Lord. I can't really see it too good, but from what I see, it's a passable. It's passable. It's like a that's like a C. This is like a C tier. Now, this is probably the most boring thing I've ever seen in my life. It just looks like a generic woman zombie. This is just try harder, bro. Try harder. He looks like a knight in shining armor in your movie. It's got some personality. I give it like a high C tier. This kind of looks like Star-Lord again. Every single time I think of someone with like a robot mask and a red eye, I always think about Star-Lord. I don't know why, but that's just who I think about. She's like a she's This guy, he's got a little bit of drip. I'm put him in like middle C tier, you know. Now this guy kind of looks badass. He got the sword. He got the. He kind of look cool, honestly. Honestly, I'm gonna give him like a solid A tier. Solid A tier, like low A tier. This guy is zero anything, honestly. Now I've always thought this guy kind of looked crazy. He has a long neck, and usually I'm fine with long necks, but this guy just looks absolutely grotesque. And you know what? I respect that. Like, because these are monsters at the end of the day. They're supposed to look scary. So, honestly, for doing something a little bit more gruesome, you get like an A tier. Honestly, you get like an A tier. This guy, that's his S tier right there. And I've always thought the alien kind of looks like a giant bean. So that's like a in between C tier. All right, that's my list. That's my tier list of all the Dead by Daylight characters ranked based on looks. Tell me if you agree. Tell me if you disagree. That's it, Bob.